Hello everybody and welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. My name is VSDA and this is this week's News Friday, where I talk about all the week's gaming news gone by. I do have a proper setup. I've had it set up for about, a week or two now, but I can't really use it. It's pissing me off. I'm getting an echo when I tried filming, so I'm just going to stick with this routine for now anyway, and I'll let you know if anything changes, etc, etc. So first and foremost, No Man's Sky is being investigated for false advertising by the Advertising Standard Authority, or the ASA. They're not saying much other than the actual complaints itself, as follows. About the Steam ad in particular include advanced animal behavior, large-scale combat and ship flying behavior, and images that they state misrepresent the graphical quality of the game, plus a lack of factions that contest territory. Of course, factions are supposed to be going around protecting areas, and it don't really happen, I suspect. So first off, the screenshot means shit. Concept art and cinematic trailers are bullshit, and it means nothing. Especially being a PC gamer, you should already know this. Plus, how good the graphics are can be debated depending on your own view. I saw it personally on YouTube, somebody playing it. It looked amazing with great colours, nice and bright. So I don't know really what you were expecting from this game, and again, depending on what you run anyway with a PC, it will vary to PC. I run a GTX 960, somebody might have a 1080, some motherfucker might be running 4K, who knows, you know what I mean, some kind of, again, that's just down to personal opinion, as long as it has some kind of decent standard, like maybe 1080p, etc, I don't know, I'm not even too sure if it even runs on that, I'm sure it does. But whatever, other than that, again, it's down to personal opinion at best. I would like to say that I always say my number one rule, golden rule, is to check out gameplay before you buy it. Someone has played it on YouTube, and you know, that's my number one bit of advice. As I said, someone out there in the world has played a particular game that you're interested in, and put the gameplay on YouTube. Check that shit out, wait for the day it comes out, see the reviews, see the gameplay, see, you know what I mean, because you want to know what you're doing in the majority of the time of yourself playing that game. At the end of the day, but I can understand actually one particular point, that you thought you was getting space battles and they failed to deliver, more or less. The guy who promoted it in the interviews is more or less a yes man, agreeing to everything. Perhaps, or maybe they did have genuine plans to implement some of these things, but it didn't really come off, didn't pay off, whatever, and it didn't really work for whatever reason. However, I do feel that he was a bit of a yes man, agreeing to everything that people wanted or said, and it weren't in there. So you could have said, "Is Krypton in there? You know, Superman's homeland? Hell yeah, it's in there. You know, it's a Predator or fucking Alien universe in there. We're gonna see them. Oh yeah, sure. You even get to see fucking, you know, the Death Star. You know what I mean? Like, he was just trying to please everyone, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. You know, when you promise a world and can't deliver. I do admire them for trying something big, but it has failed, maybe from people's expectations. Or maybe in generally, I think what the game was, it was built as one thing and is actually totally another. I watched 2 or 3 hours of it. I found it completely fucking boring. As for the ASA punishments, right, now they basically include the following of search blocks. Okay, so that means basically if they paid an advertising company or any company such as Google or just a basic ad to post specific things on the website, they have the ability to go in there and tell these companies, regardless of how much they've paid, to block these advertisements. So they cannot false advertise or trick anyone, basically, they see it. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. This reverts to the Steam page. I assume Google and just advertising companies and you know, other like Eurogamer and other websites like IGN even, etc. Now I think what more or less they're going to do is that they're not banning them from advertising the game. Hell no, they're just simply going to change it up. I think that's what the smart thing to do. Just take those images down and put up something that core gameplay or something, or an in-game snapshot or whatever, rather than actually stick with these false images up so they can't be hounded like that again. I don't know if they'd be fined or whatever, but I know pretty much that's what the punishment actually is. Personally, I would like to see the ASA go and have a look at Bungie and ask them about Destiny, and I'm sure pretty much they're going to get a guilty verdict there, because I know a lot of us were fucked on Destiny. 500 million pounds over false advertisement of what I fucking got and what I paid for. But you know, there you go. All right, guys, the next story. In comic book news now, story came out today actually about if I can find his name actually. Yeah. Greg Rucka told Comic Costly, I think that's what it is, or Comic Costicity, that since Wonder Woman comes from an all-fictional female nation called, I'm not going to get this name right, Themyscira, I don't know. She has been in love and had relationships with other women. Yes, Wonder Woman is gay, or that was a headline. Essentially, she's bi. However, Rucka did not rule out the potential for the characters who have a romantic relationship with Steve Trevor, Wonder Woman's love interest in previous adaptations of the character. Now, it is a comic book. It is. You know, they can break away and do separate stories and stuff like that. I don't know how the comic book world feels about that. I know a lot of the lesbian gay community or whatever have said this is good. We've got a gay character in a comic universe, you know, trying to, as they would deem it. And I understand in a lot of ways, but in other ways, for some people it can be somewhat frustrating that in today's world we have to be so PC and put this type of person in this role and that role, you know what I mean? And it goes on and on like that. Me personally, I don't. It kind of makes perfect sense that she's gay or bi in many ways, based on the fact that, let's face it, she is with a load of women. It's a woman's universe, as it were, or woman's world, or whatever. And there is only women on there, so it wouldn't surprise me they fall in love and do whatever. I'm not going to say too much before I get into trouble. But yeah, so that's not really a far-fetched idea. I don't know how fans feel about it, to be honest with you, especially the male ones. You know what I mean? Intriguing. I do like Wonder Woman in the Batman vs Superman. I wonder how, I suppose my next question is, I wonder if they do have another character in the comic book universe or whatever, to make, maybe, this so-called Justice League she gets with him, I don't know, Supergirl. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're going to incorporate that in the new Wonder Woman movie, and how the actress who plays that feels about it, or you know what I mean, will she have to, I know there's going to be a lot of talk about that kind of issue around in the new Wonder Woman movie, if it goes ahead, or if they're going to include that type of thing in the movie. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, would they include other gay people in the comic book universe, like in the movies as well, when they move over the franchise or whatever? I don't know. It's just intriguing. Just a piece of news that came out today. I'm not too pissed off about it. She's bi, so she swings both ways. So we're still in there with a chance. Oh man, but yeah, funny. The next story is Rocksteady are moving away from the Batman games after recently, of course, they've been making a lot of Batman games, including, I think the last one, that was them. Anyway, it's stated they are going to move on from those Batman games, and there's a need to do other projects. There is a sadness in the team. They state, we feel comfortable with the Batman universe, but for me, I don't mind too much, to be honest with you. They're moving away from that. I didn't like the last one too much with the Batmobile. It was fucking annoying, if anything. I did a playthrough of that, but the sound isn't very good. I'd like to see more, personally, of the Telltale series of Batman, which I will be playing at some point next week. Also, just a word on FIFA 17. I am a fanboy. I do love FIFA, the FIFA games, etc. The game is essentially the same in many aspects. I won't even lie. The menus and stuff like that, they have not much has changed, to be honest with you. Updated stats every week and stuff like that in the simulations, which I'm going to be doing. Of course, there'll be one out Saturday or Sunday, depending. Also, the story mode as well. The Journey is a fantastic story. I've played about an hour of it, but the sound wasn't too good, so I had to repeat that. I literally, I fucked up on the sound or whatever. So I will be that will be my new playthrough for next week, by the way. I will be playing The Journey on FIFA 17. Really fantastic, great acting, fantastic graphics. Just a word on FIFA 17, really. Next up, there will also be, apparently, according to Ubisoft, or they're putting question marks on will there be a new Assassin's Creed in 2017 or Far Cry. Now they're saying that they want to take their time with the next installment of these franchises to get it right, especially the Assassin's Creed one. So they need a year before release. However, in my personal opinion, or from what I have heard, they cannot afford not to release an Assassin's Creed game. This is, just apparently the theory, but I don't believe that for a second, that they can't afford to. They basically have a shitload of money from all the other games, plus they have other projects there as well, so would it even matter if there isn't another Assassin's Creed game, or at least wait a year, you know what I mean? I still personally haven't played Syndicate. I wanted to play it, but to be honest with you, I don't want to play another open world game and then take weeks and weeks to accomplish it, you know what I mean? Unless I'll probably just stick to the main story at best, but I don't, after Metal Gear, I'm really not in the mood to do that shit. October's PSN games are released finally, something pretty decent in my opinion. The Resident Evil HD Remake or Transformers, depending on which one you're going to pick up, or both. I'm going to download the Resident Evil HD Remake just to have it. I don't know if I'll do a playthrough of it yet. I'm not a big fan of horror games. Maybe it is October, it is a Halloween, so maybe that'd be a good thing to play realistically. Speaking of which, on the these HD remakes, I personally am getting a little bit fed up with it. I was looking the other day. This is like the generation re-fucking master. We got a PS4, PS4 Slim, okay, standard, a PS4 Pro. If I look to my right, we have a PS4 version of GTA 5, a PS4 version of The Last of Us, a PS4 version of Heavy Rain, a PS4 version of fucking Beyond Two Souls. There's remaster versions of fucking what do you call it? The Dead game, right? Dead Rising 1, 2, and 3. I know that's coincide with Dead Rising 4 that's going to be coming out as well. What's that other game that came out? I can't think of it. It's the 3 games in one. It was for the PS3 with the Big Daddy. I can't remember what it was called. I played it recently anyway. I played the 3rd one, but I didn't play the rest of them. Oh man, I'm really fucking kicking myself right now. What was that game? Where's my joypad? I don't know where it is. What was it called? I don't even know, fuck it. But anyway, yeah, so there's a shitload of fucking, remastered games out there. It's driving me fucking nuts. I'm getting pretty sick and tired of that shit. I want something new. I haven't even really played a lot of new games in 2016. I want to play Doom. I want to play Uncharted 2 ones. Then we've got big ones coming out this month. There's a lot of games in October as well. So check out my release date schedule as well for that. Finally, Xbox One apparently are in Fantasyland, or at least before the Xbox One actually released. They plan to sell 200 million units. Now, with the likes of only Gears of War and Halo, and if there was no PlayStation on the line, or competing, or with less exclusives, you might have done that. But you're in fucking Fantasyland. There's no way in hell you would have done that, especially where they plan to focus on that was the whole plan, so they focused on the one box concept, it had everything worldwide kind of scenario, you know what I mean, to cater for everything, and it didn't really pan out that way. But that's about it, guys, for this News Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave this video a like if you enjoyed it, like the information or what have you. Don't forget to check out my playthroughs. I've just finished Until Dawn. The Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain review will be out on Saturday, I think that will be. Plus a simulation, plus an anime unboxing that I've got. So don't forget to check that out on Sunday, that will be. Anyway, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and next week we'll be playing The Journey, and Batman will be on my channel as well, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.